some teams that you know in the regional.
Yeah, we were actually practicing when they announced the bracket, so we did not know who was on our regional at that time. But certainly that'll start now, and our video guys who do such a great job for us will start locating all the video we need. And I actually have seen Simo's left-hander on film already, just a little bit. And he's really good, and his numbers are phenomenal. I know how good the pitching is at Cal State Fullerton and how good a club they are. And obviously, with Jake being on our staff in 2013, I know how much has gone into Louisiana Tech. So great regional. I think if you combined all the RPIs of this regional, it's pretty darn good and pretty competitive. And I was just telling our club though, we're really focused on what we're trying to do. And I'm assuming all the clubs that are coming here are doing the same thing. So it's a good field. We're excited about it, but we still have a lot of work to do before we open up on Friday.
What does it mean would you like to make some pitching decisions? How much scouting will that take?
We got to see him play. We got to see Simo play before we make that decision. I couldn't tell you right now what their left-right situation is, and that's going to be important. What their breakdown numbers are, left on left, right on right, situational. I don't really even know how their ballpark plays. So, and you got to know how their ballpark plays to really fully understand their statistics. So we got to get all that figured out here quickly.
What does it mean for this program to be a national seed for the first time?
Yeah, I think it's a great honor, but, like I've said many times, we won the Southeastern Conference. That's a tremendous honor. You got about 2 minutes to take that in and say, okay, now we got to get ready for the SEC tournament. We've been named a national seed, which is a great honor, and now we got to get ready to play well against a very, very good field. So, you don't have time to sit back and look at the historical things that are happening. You spend all your time trying to prepare for what's going to happen next.
I talked to a couple former players today, and they mentioned that these players will think about this in the coming years. Do you think that'll happen, that they'll really reflect on this season, just what they were able to
there's
accomplish?
No question. I'm telling you right now, I can still reflect by the second what happened when we lost to North Carolina in 1989, because I thought we had by far and away the best team in the country. Now, when you're 21 years old or 22, you always think you're the best in the country, but that was a bad feeling in front of our own fans here in 1989. And of course, we're fortunate enough the next year to go to Omaha and have a great year then. But yeah, it'll stick with you. I mean, I've been in this business for a long time, and that kind of thing still sticks with me. So yeah, you don't want to talk about that kind of stuff with your players because they're so young; they don't really have time to reflect on things. But yeah, I mean, it's important.
Any thoughts so far as to pitching rotation, pitching plans, that sort of thing? Dakota on Friday, or any thoughts to that?
Again, you really got to watch the film of SEMO and see, what their situation is, and you got to look at the 2 and 3s and you got 2 and 3 seeds, and you got to have a feel for what their lineups are, and it's a combination of what our guys are doing well right now versus the matchups. So you got to balance those two things, and you can't really see what the matchup situation is until you watch some film. That's what we're going to do.